Hello everyone and welcome to this complete Playwright with Python course. Before I explain what Playwright is, before we install anything, before we write our first test, I want to show you what you will be able to build by the end of this course. Let's run a real automation script. I already have a small Python file prepared. Let us execute it. Watch carefully. Browser opens, navigates to a website, enters username, enters password, clicks login, validates the page, and then closes. Done. Login passed. That entire test just ran automatically. Now here is my question. How many lines of code do you think that took? 50?
No!
Maybe 30?
No!
Or else 20?
No.
Let us look. This is the entire script. That's basically 10 lines of actual automation. And if you are wondering what all these lines mean, don't worry. By episode 3, you will understand every single line of this script. Today, I just want you to see what's possible. Let us talk about why Playwright has become so popular. For many years, Selenium dominated browser automation. But the modern applications became more dynamic. Pages loads asynchronously, elements appear late, APIs respond at different times, and the so-called automation engineers spent huge amounts of time fighting the timing issues. The things like element not found, elements not clickable, timeout exception, stale element exception, and so on. If you have used Selenium before, you have probably seen this. Playwright was designed to solve many of those problems from the ground up. It is developed by the Microsoft and it supports Chromium, Firefox, WebKit, which means you can test Chrome, Edge, Firefox, and Safari like browsers using one framework. And it includes many features directly in the tool instead of requiring additional libraries. Let us compare. Suppose we want to automate a login. In Playwright, it looks very simple, has only 3 lines of code. But a typical Selenium code looks so huge. Blah 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 and continues. Notice something? Most of the code is not business logic. Most of it is waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting for the elements, waiting for the visibility, waiting for the clickability, waiting for the pages, and it continues. That which the automation testers doesn't like. Correct, right? So the Playwright handles much of this automatically. This feature is called auto waiting, and it is one of the biggest reasons engineers love Playwright. Less code, less maintenance, fewer flaky tests. As we all know, the Playwright stands at the top in the automation market. Let us know the superpowers that Playwright has. There are 4 Playwright features that you will use constantly. Number 1, auto waiting. Playwright automatically waits for elements to become ready. Number 2, multi-browser testing. The same test can run in multiple browsers. Number 3, built-in assertions. Instead of installing additional libraries, Playwright provides powerful assertions out of the box. We will learn this in upcoming modules. Number 4, trace viewer. This is one of my favorite features. Imagine a test fails in CI at 2 am. You were not there, nobody saw it, Playwright can record exactly what happened. Every click, every navigation, every network request. Then you can replay the entire test like a movie. We will cover this later in the course. So, and finally, we are at the final stage episode wrap up. In this episode, you saw a complete Playwright test running live, how Playwright is growing so quickly, how it differs from Selenium, what you will build throughout this course. In the next episode, we will install everything from the scratch. We will set up Python, we will install Playwright, we will install the browser binaries, and we will make sure your environment is ready for automation. I will see you in episode 2. Thank you. Have a good day.
ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಶೇಷ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಜಕರು